Hey guys, welcome back. I had noticed the other day that I had not oiled my wooden utensils for a while. Some of these are new, so they're okay, but since I'm going to oil, I thought I would go ahead and get them all out. I do have different woods. I have some really cheap ones in here, like this one is just a bamboo. And then I've got some, the Pioneer Woman, I believe they're olive wood. I've got some acacia. So just got several in here, but they've lost that really pretty color, you know, when you first get them, and they're really deep. You can see the grain really well. This one still looks fairly good. But wanted to go ahead. I got my mineral oil out, and it is a food safe mineral oil. I decided to go with this. I did do a lot of research on it. There's a lot of people that use olive oils, and I have read that if you are using them daily, that olive oil is probably fine. I have a lot, so they're not going to get used every day. But what can happen with olive oil is it can go rancid, is what I've read. If it's not being, you know, used daily to where you're washing it more often, and, you know, whereas the food grade mineral oil, you don't have to worry about that. So basically, I just put some oil on a cloth. And we'll start with our little bamboo piece here. He's really stained up. He's so old. When I first started using wooden utensils was years ago, of course, when I first moved out on my own, and they were inexpensive. I did not know about upkeep on them. They would get so dry, they would literally just start splitting, and I would just throw them away and move on to the next one. It's whenever I really started cooking a lot and started paying attention, reading up on, I started noticing different types of wood, not just bamboo. So I started reading up on it. And it's much like your iron skillets, you know, you have to keep them seasoned. You want to keep your wooden utensils oiled. I would say if you're using wood utensils, invest in some nice ones, and bought an expensive bottle of mineral oil, and just keep them nice, just like you would any of your other cookware. And you can get some really beautiful grains. And this one, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it's a ridge just a little bit for ergonomics. Very comfortable to the hand. So they're worth it. Definitely worth it. And I wonder if we could just do this. My rag is soaking up a lot of it, I think, before it's making it onto the utensils. But they're really dry. So you can really see this one, how dry it is. Let's put just a little bit of oil. Oops. And wipe on that side, and then come over. See if you can see the difference. And this is another one of them that has those ridges to help make it more comfortable in the palm. Now, if I only had, you know, maybe 1 or 2 pieces that probably are going to get used every day, like I said, the olive oil is probably a fine choice. And Google it, you know, read up on it, make your own decision. But the food grade mineral oil is inexpensive. And this is, you know, I bought a small bottle because this is what I use it for. I'll replace it whenever it comes time. This one's very dry. Can you tell that? If you look at these two. Because they're out of the same set. I never put these in a dishwasher. I always hand wash these because of the intense heat and hot water that's in that dishwasher. It's going to really permeate your wood utensils. And then when the heat comes on to dry them, it's really hard on them. When they get really, really dry. And if you accidentally put one in a dishwasher, what I would suggest is immediately when you realize it, because you'll be able to tell just by looking at them, but immediately get the oil and oil them. Let it sit. You may have to come back and oil it, you know, again, maybe even 2 or 3 times. But you'll be able to tell. I mean, you can tell just how these look different with the little bit of oil I'm doing, just a routine oil on them. And they're not slick, you know, it's just getting that moisture back into your spoons. Here's another bamboo. I don't have very many of those left. The bamboo is very effective. They're just not as pretty. You don't get that really nice grain popping out. That really pretty. This one looks like it could use a little more oil after it sits there for a bit. Now I am just using a cotton cloth. These were some of the reusable paper towels that I had bought off of Amazon. But you could use like an old t-shirt, you know, rip you off a piece of that. That would work really nicely. I wouldn't use anything like a paper towel or anything that's going to leave some lint behind. Yeah, but you'll be able to tell whenever you're working on them. Isn't that just gorgeous? Now these are called spurtles, so you can kind of see here in my pile. I've got a whole set of these, and they came with a wooden spoon rest or spurtle rest. All of these were in the same, not this one, these were all in the same set, along with the one I just did. And then these are Pioneer Woman. You can tell it's a different wood. I love the Pioneer Woman set. That is exactly what made me go looking for even more. And I ended up with these. Now I'm not going to make you watch me literally pour oil on all of these and wipe them down. I just wanted to share with you in case you notice that your wooden spoons are cracking and you were like me when you were raised. You didn't really have a lot of knowledge about how to keep those up. Just wanted to share it with you. And I will see you guys back here next week. Bye. Here's another one that's looking pretty dry. You can see how dull it looks, how light the wood looks. So let's see what kind of difference we can pull out of this. Isn't that beautiful?